Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Path Guided Tarot for a yes or no pick a card, and as always we will ask why or why not. Before we get started, I have to say thank you to all my subscribers, to those of you who have booked readings, referred friends, for all the donations. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate you. And if you're here for the first time, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out a video. All right, so today we're going to have 6 different choices. So let's look at the first one. First, we have labradorite. This one has a lot of really pretty color. So this is group 1. Two, this is tourmaline. Group 3, this is pyrite. Group 4, this is amethyst. Group 5, this is green fluorite. And group 6, this is a gray-blue banded agate. All right, so we have 6 choices today. This is number 1, labradorite, 2, tourmaline, 3, pyrite, 4, amethyst, 5, green fluorite, and 6, this is your gray banded agate. So let's all take a moment. Let's take a couple of really deep breaths, clear our mind, kind of sink down so we can just feel into it and choose, and we'll get started. Hi, group 1, this is your choice. This is your labradorite. See if we can get the color to flash there. There we go. Okay, and this is your oracle, so we'll read that towards the end. Okay, so we're going to start with some tarot, then we will take the oracle. I take what flips out. This is a general read, so only take what resonates. Right, these just flew out together. 3 of coins, 3 of pentacles. The chariot, Cancer energy. The lovers, Gemini energy. Let's get you a couple more cards. Okay, the Knight of Coins in reverse. So I do reversals for those of you who are new. And the 6 of Wands, which is the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so for some of you, what I'm feeling right off the bat is that there's something that you've been waiting for. There's something you've been hoping for and wishing for, but you feel like it's just not happening because we've got the Knight of Coins or the Knight of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So typically when it's upright like this, we know that this is energy regarding earthly matters. So money, finances, job, it can even be health, okay? So upright, knowing that this energy is coming towards you with purpose, with intention. But in this situation, it's in reverse. So for many of you, you're feeling kind of lost, like, I don't think this is going to happen for me. Now what do I do? This is a timeless read, but for many of us, you know, we think, oh, it's coming towards the end of the year. I need to make some changes. I need to make some decisions. So you're feeling a little uncertain because this isn't come to fruition the way you had hoped. It wasn't materializing the way you needed it to. And for many of you, this is about a relationship. So for some of you, it might be the fact that you're hoping a relationship moves to the next level and it's moving slower than you thought. For some of you, you were hoping that you thought you would recover from a bad experience, and the healing process is taking much longer. You've got 6 here and 6 here. So 6 is all about the heart space, okay? 6 is about love in all of its forms. And Spirit is coming in because this is at the bottom of the deck saying you will move into a situation where you will have what you want and need, and you will experience what it is that you're hoping for. But it's going to change. You're going to need to kind of change your focus a little bit and change your energy. So what does that mean? Well, the Chariot is about Cancer energy, about moving towards something that you really want, right? The reins are red here, so that is all about the root chakra, something that makes us feel secure, grounded, at home, stable, okay? Connected, like we understand where we belong, what we need, how we're going to get there, and what's going to make us happy. So this is Spirit saying you just have to change your focus and your expectations a little bit. And for some of you, it's a little bit about changing who it is that you're spending your time with, who it is that you're working on things with, who it is that you're in a relationship with, because this card is also about a choice, okay? So sometimes it's about making different choices. And when you have Cancer here, are these choices things that make you feel the things that we want and need? When we think about fourth house, which is, do we feel at home in our current life, in our current situation? Do we feel happy? Do we feel secure? Do we feel like we have the people and the situations around us to emotionally fulfill us? Okay, so this is very much about that kind of energy. You have a lot of red here. And this is also about leaving behind anything that has to do with codependency, anything that's unhealthy. But again, Spirit is saying that with some adjustments, we can kind of change this so that this is more upright and we have this greater sense of security, thinking, okay, I've needed to make a little bit of a change in my energy and the way I think about things and the way I expect things, and maybe make some changes in, our environment, the people that we're with, like I said, so that you can move into this victorious energy, because that's what the Six of Wands is all about. And because you have 6-6 here, this is really about the heart space. So some kind of choice that you're trying to make so that you feel good about the day in and day out of your life, okay? It can be about a relationship, but it can be about so much more. It can be about anything that you're trying to improve in your overall day-to-day existence. Let's see what else we have for group one. Okay, immediately popping out, New Moon in Taurus, know your worth. Yeah, so for some of you, if this is regarding, money and that sort of thing, because Taurus is second house. So Taurus is all about money and work and income and your material possessions. So some of you might have been made to feel like you're not worthy. You're not getting changes in your financial situation or opportunities with work or opportunities to make a name for yourself or do something where you can improve your overall well-being, like, better housing, a better car, better credit score, that sort of thing. So you have to make choices about the work you're doing, who you're doing it with. Are you around people who are going to empower you and help you? And the other card that came out is Full Moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. So we talked about this Cancer energy here with the Chariot. Let your fears dissolve. This is really important because the fears keep us stuck. Okay, the fears keep us from being able to bring things forward into our 3D life, our world that we live in day to day. The fears keep us from breaking outside of what we typically do and trying something different with different people, or trusting that we know what we're worth and it's okay to fully and completely walk away from something or someone that doesn't stand with you, that doesn't support you, that doesn't empower you, okay, that doesn't help you overcome your fears. So we've got Cancer coming through twice here. We've got Taurus here, and we have a lot of coins here. So, it is definitely about that family love connection, or definitely about the money connection, depending on, what you're looking for, because this is a general read. So for a lot of us, we just have to kind of say what's blocking us, and we have to release those blocks. And then we have to focus on the positive, what is working, so that we can find that, kind of assess that, and then move on with more of that, so that we move into this space of victory, of receiving, of abundance, okay, of all the good that can come into our life. So stepping into our power, not letting our fears make us play it small, not letting other people dictate to us our worth. That's very, very important for each and every one of us. All right, angel spirits and guides. Truth. living our truth, speaking our truth. Sometimes it's really hard. We have to look in a mirror and reflect on ourselves. Are we being authentic to ourselves? Are we living our truth? Do the things it's like they're showing me somebody with a mask. Is that the real you, or is the real you behind that mask where what really makes you happy hasn't been disclosed yet? Maybe to others, maybe to yourself. Are you doing what makes you feel like you're evolving in life, expanding, right? A lot of us are looking for change in this world, things that help us set ourselves up for something better down the road, right? And the bottom of the deck, travel. This is about moving on, letting go, releasing. So that message comes through a few times here for you. You just have to have confidence in yourself. And when we have confidence in ourselves, we have a greater sense of self-worth. And we definitely can deal with any of the fears that come our way, because fears are part of life. Okay, and look at this. Avenir number 1, make peace with your past. So for a lot of you, this is a big part of what's keeping you in this reversed Knight of Coins, this Knight of Pentacles, right? Our past is kind of haunting us. Our past is kind of holding us back. Our past is keeping us kind of stuck in the fears of what's transpired in the past, so we can't see things in the future. And when we look at this card really, really close on the inside, this is a horse. Horses are all about freedom. Horses in the solar plexus are about empowering yourself, breaking free, like removing the shackles. Horses are usually tied or reined or something, right? So we see the horses here not once but twice. So this is a reminder of spirit. You need to do something to free yourself. Is it free yourself from the past, free yourself from self-constraints, free yourself from limiting beliefs, okay? Free yourself from a relationship that isn't supportive and loving and empowering. Free yourself from an environment or a work situation where you're not given the opportunities to grow and expand. You're overlooked. You're struggling financially. And that you get the card rejuvenate. Yeah, so for many of you, it's about, they're showing me the 4 of Swords. It's about taking a breath, kind of refocusing, taking a step back, breathing, okay? And look at this. Reflect on your truth. So you got truth not once but twice. So for some of you, it's kind of a case of maybe you're not being completely truthful with someone in your life because you don't want to hurt them or you don't want to upset them. Maybe you're not being truthful with yourself or with others because you don't feel you're worthy. You feel like you have to do things the way you used to in the past. You're afraid of the unknown, the fears that kind of keep us stuck. So, they said focus on the positive, focus on success, focus on the things that you can look forward to. That will kind of get you out of that situation where you're not quite certain what's next, and it causes a lot of anxiety. Surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So the ego really is more about an overactive thinking mind, because that's what keeps us ingrained in all those extra things that keep us from understanding and really having the stillness within us to recognize our truth and then to move towards that, okay? To make the choices that we need to make. So this is more this is not so much like, oh, you have such a huge ego. This is more like, quiet the mind. Now, for some of you, some of us stay in situations because pride gets in the way a little bit, okay? So for some of you, you may have to let go of your pride a little bit to move into something that's better for you, that long term will be more valuable, that will be more abundant, right? Or will bring in something into your life in a relationship that is more balanced, that will bring you a lot of happiness, because these two look very much at peace, very happy, very content. Just there's a ease about them, right? There's a stillness that's just kind of transcends words. At the bottom right away, we have new beginning. So new beginnings for many of you. Let's see what else. Yeah, and look at that, labradorite, take action. And you have labradorite, so amazing synchronicity from spirit. And they're saying take action. It's time to make a choice. It's time to kind of sit with yourself for a moment and find out what is it that's going to make you really happy. All right, and let's see what we have here. Emotional desert, inactivity, isolation, number 11. Wow. Okay, so number 11 is like you living your truth, okay? You following your North Star or the sun. The sun is about your identity, the core of who you are, what makes you feel good. And for some of you, you've been in this emotional desert where you've just kind of felt alone, or you haven't felt like there's anything that gives you any kind of fulfillment or happiness or love, or there's still something you need to recover from and it's just coming really, really slow. So that's amazing synchronicity from Spirit for you, Group 1. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have? What else do we have, Group 1? Yes or no? Blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Yes, so here we have truth again. Your truth, your truth, your truth. Your truth is to know your self-worth right here. Your truth is to leave your fears behind. Your truth is to let go of your past. Okay, there's something more for you, Group 1. There's something so much better for you, especially with the Six of Wands here in the Chariot, which is, those are both energies of being victorious, okay? So for right now, Group 1, this is a no. I do think that if you are hoping for a yes, we've shown what you can do. There's multiple cards that say the same thing for how to shift that energy so you can have a different kind of outcome. But for right now, at this time, this is a no. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Group 1. If something resonated or some aspect made sense, please like and subscribe. Every month, I give away a new free reading, and they're about an hour long. If you're interested, please hit like and subscribe, and in the comments section, write "I enter." As you go forward, I wish you peace and happiness. Namaste. Hello, Group 2. This is your choice. This is the tourmaline. All right, so we'll put this off to the side with your oracle. Read that towards the end. So we'll start with tarot. I take what flips out. It's a general read, so only take the parts that resonate and just let the rest go and flow right through you. All right, so right away we get the Four of Coins, the Ten of Wands, the Wheel, the Four of Wands. Wow, 4, 10, 10, 4. See what else we get. One more, please. Angel, spirits, and guides. One more for Group 2. Okay. The Knight of Swords. Okay. So for you, Group 2, this one right away. First of all, you have 44 here and 10, 10. Okay, so two master numbers. 10, 10 reduces to 11. That is a master number. So many of you are seeing 44, 444, 44, 44. That's a very common number that people are seeing frequently, along with 11, 11, 11, 1, 1, 1, okay? And ironically, this Four of Wands card is often called the 11, 11 card because you see the two wands and the two wands, 11, 11, okay? So right away, when we look at tens and ones, we look at things that are ending with something beginning, okay? For some of you, it's wrapping up something that has been incredibly difficult, draining. So for some of you, I'm seeing you in a relationship that's been draining. For some of you, you've had a really hard time with a family member. Then they're giving me full body chills. That is really trying to keep you in your place and kind of treating you like you aren't adult enough, is almost what I'm getting, responsible enough to handle what will come forward in your life, okay? And so there's this feeling for some of you of things have been such a drain, things have been so difficult, things have been so slow to move that you kind of are almost contracted. You're almost holding your breath a little bit, like you can't just like relax because you feel something else is going to come. So they're giving me a high-pitched left ring in my left ear. So it's what's next? What's going to come at me next? What do I have to be ready for now? Why do I need to save my money? Because the next thing is going to come, and it's going to be some crazy bill, or it's going to be some crazy unexpected thing that I have to pay for, or there's no job stability, or I'm not getting the raise, or you're just feeling stuck. You're feeling like you're just preparing. You're like real clenching, waiting for that next thing to happen. But what Spirit is saying is this is the energy you're moving into. And we are entering eclipse season. Okay, at the time of this reading, we're in a partial solar eclipse. We have another one coming. And eclipses bring massive change. They make us dig in a little bit to things that are uncomfortable. Sometimes they unveil truths and lies, but it's always for us to expand. And that's what this card is about: expanding, growing, creating, moving into something new, starting something better. And so for many of you, you're going to move into this Four of Wands, which is such an amazing card of partnering up with a variety of individuals to do something different, to try something different, to build something, to grow something, to create something. This can also be about creating a family, creating a long-term relationship, marriage, long-term commitments, winning any kind of contract, okay? Just moving into something where everything just starts to work out. It's like all the cylinders are firing at one time, and it's a smooth running, quiet machine, okay? So you are definitely moving into this with the eclipses here. So at the time of this reading, we're in Scorpio season. We've got Scorpio represented in the wheel along with the other fixed signs. So for many of you, if you're Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus, there's going to be big shifts for you. And it doesn't mean it has to be your sun sign. You can have that in your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your Mars. But for many of you, you're going to feel that strongly. And then here's the Knight of Swords. So this is fast-moving energy always. This is about new communication you're going to get, new insight you're going to get, new knowledge you're going to get. That's going to help you move this energy to this energy. And it's fast-moving energy, so it's like going to happen rapidly with these eclipses, okay? So very positive energy that's moving forward. So if you're not certain about what you want next or what it is that you need, now would be the time to kind of go within, do a little meditation, and connect with that, because you have full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. So fears keep us stuck. This is the foundation of fears, okay? The 10 of Wands, the coins, the 4 of coins. This is, I'm afraid to take a chance. This is, I need to stay where I am. This is, I don't trust anyone to start a new relationship. This is, I don't believe that I can take on this new role or responsibility and succeed, okay? So these fears need to be resolved. There can be some codependency in a relationship here. There can be feminine energy that's very controlling over you. So again, it doesn't have to be female, but feminine energy. And then you have first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. So this is 10th house. So we have 10th house represented here. About your long-term goals. What are they? Do you want to establish a new image for yourself? Do you want to change your reputation? Do you need to change your structure or your status in life? Okay. Are you looking to change your career? So big changes there. And then bottom of the deck, new moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. So Virgo is a lot about discrimination, analysis, service, like the kind of work you want to do. But it's ruled by Mercury, which is all about communicating. So that aha that you're going to get, that understanding, that communication, that incoming information, that is coming here, and that's just more confirmation from Spirit, okay? All right, angel, spirits, guides, yes or no, group 2, please. New beginning, look at that. That's beautiful. Yes, this is exactly what this is about. New beginnings for you. We talked about how the cards are moving in the perfect order, right? In the order of Jupiter expanding and opening up for you, of energies opening up, of opportunities opening up, of situations where you're around people where you can build lasting, beautiful relationships. okay? Where you can be who you really are, your true, authentic self, living your truth, speaking your truth, okay? Following your inspirations, quieting your mind enough to quiet the fears and figure out what are your inspirations. Is it about your career? Is it about family? It's about something that is so different than where you are now, because these two cards are all about big and expanded growth, about creation. But we always have to be courageous, right? Because any kind of change can be a little bit fearful. So get out of your mind a little bit, quiet yourself inside, and just trust yourself a little bit is what they're telling me. All right, group 2, angel spirits and guides. Group 2, please. Okay, you've got number 31, solitude, alone but not lonely. So some of you have been alone for a long time. Some of you just want some solitude and quiet. Some of you are trying to break out and break away from the things that limit you, or the people that, you know, aren't supportive of your ideas, of your thoughts, because maybe you don't think the way they do, or you don't want to do what they do. But this is a good thing, okay? Because solitude, where you can spend some time finding out what really makes you happy and what you feel confident about, where there's no fear here, where you can leave this information, this energy behind and move into this with a new beginning, this will be very helpful. So this is that hermit energy that we get from the tarot. All right. And then the other card you have is resilience, burn away the past. So the past is what keeps us stuck in our fears. The past keeps us stuck in this four of coins, 10 of wands, doesn't let us move into all this new opportunity and growth, these new beginnings. We can't hear the communication, the ideas. We're not open to, if somebody sends you a message or reaches out to you, say, hey, you'd be great for this, or hey, meet this person, or look at this opportunity, and you're like, no, that's okay, no, they won't like me, or that won't work, or I don't know. We're going to let all that go, okay? Burn that away. Resilience is great in the moment, but if we see ourselves as we are the resilient one, all the time resilient, we end up getting more of this negative kind of dense energy from the universe saying, well, you're so resilient, you can handle more of that. So we kind of want to release that a little bit, okay? Because that can be a badge that we carry that we don't want to, right? It's not a badge of honor. It's like it's a badge of heavy, dense, burdensome energy. Choose friends wisely. So we talked about different people that you might need to spend time with. Find some people who think like you do. This may lead you to this 4 of wands, positive energy. So be open to that. Okay. These are people are going to help you move from kind of that fear, that not believing in yourself, and then engage higher reason. Yeah, so we just talked about fears, and we talked about if someone says, hey, come and do this, or try this, or meet this person, and you say, I don't know, no, that's not gonna work out. The higher reason is connecting with your higher self, connecting with your intuition. There's where you find the truth. There's where you get the true information, and there is where you can trust that all will be well, okay? So for some of you, if you have friends or family that are kind of negative, the glass is half empty, it's going to be really important for you to be able to see outside of their box, okay? Because we can't be true to ourselves and deal with what we need to deal with, like take the lead in our own life, take ourselves by the hand, unless we engage in something that's authentic to ourselves, okay? So we got to tune out those distractions. Sometimes they come from other people. Loving yourself is going to be really important. Make a plan, okay? And then speak up for what you want. Speak up for what you need. Speak up for yourself always. Angels, okay. Then you have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing differs from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So this is one of the biggest struggles that we have. We all work on time. Time is something that we're conditioned with from the moment we can understand time and tell time, until our last breath, and we watch the time tick away. So for something to really come into your life that's unexpected and amazing and beautiful and truly expansive in the greatest sense of the word with these two cards, we just need to trust, right? Have a little bit of faith and trust that we are going to receive this when it's the best time for us to receive. That is a hard thing to hear. That's a hard thing to accept. I struggle with that myself. I think most people do, but it's a reminder, okay? Because in the higher dimensions, there is no time. And as I say that, look what flips out. Pyromorphite, patience. All right, so they're saying that this is all going to come to you. You have to trust. And the big thing about trusting and knowing is that if we allow ourselves to fall into this energy here again of something, this isn't working out, it's going to happen to me again. I'm always here. I never get ahead. This isn't going to work out. This doesn't happen for me. We get stuck in that, okay? So we have to have patience that this beautiful energy is surrounding us, okay? In these new eclipses, there are big shifts, big changes. This old is going to be, pushed aside. The untruths, the lies are going to be revealed. Conscious steps, look at that. Considered action, looking forward, amazing. So this is you making the conscious effort to step forward on your true path, trusting that all will be well, knowing that there's a new beginning, okay, understanding that this beautiful energy is here for you, but we always have to look forward, right? Burn away the past, looking forward, but have patience because timing for what we want and what we expect doesn't always coexist with the timing of the universe, okay? All right, angel spirits and guides. What else for group 2, please? Angel spirits and guides. Group 2. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. That's unbelievable how that works out. And then fruition, rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. Unbelievably amazing. I love it when Spirit does that. Okay, so for group 2, this is a yes. This is a very nice yes. Big change and big shifts, big movement, but you have to live in this space, okay? That's going to be the important part. And then, of course, the timing and surrendering and patience. All right, so if something resonates or some aspect makes sense, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a reading that's about 45 to 60 minutes. If you're interested in qualifying for the free reading, just click the like and subscribe button in the comment section, right? I enter and I'll know you're interested. As you go forward, I wish you peace and happiness. Namaste. Hi, group 3, this is your choice. This is a pyrite. It's a heavy pyrite, as they are heavy. All right, so this is your oracle. We'll read this towards the end. We're going to start with tarot. I take what flips out. It's a general read, so only take what resonates. The Hangman, Neptune energy. Queen of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. 3 of Cups is in reverse. Ten of Swords. And the Sun. Okay, so for you, group 3, this card obviously sticks out the most because if you watch tarot, you know when the 3 of cards is upright, this is cause for celebration, happiness, job well done, reaching a goal, having an outcome turn out the way you hoped and dreamed. Okay, and here it is reversed. And then next to that, you have the 10 of Swords. So this is energy where there's been a lot of turmoil in your life, a lot of emotional but mental turmoil, a lot of confliction, a lot of internal conflict, a lot of negativity around you. Some people who have been really unkind to you. You've been in situations where you feel like you can't get out of a certain situation, or you need to get away from certain people, and because you're in this energy and this energy is around you, it's preventing you from being in a situation where you can finally reach your goal of whatever it is that you're trying to get, that makes you feel good about you, that makes you feel good about an outcome, that makes you feel good about a place that you're in, whether that be a physical place or like a place within you, okay, with the people around you. So it's kind of stuck energy. Now, what is great is at the time of this reading, even though it's a timeless reading, we have just entered eclipse season, right? We just entered Scorpio. Follow your passions, unearth the truth, unveil the lies, really kind of seeing things for as they are. And then you've got the Hangman over here. So this is Neptune energy. A lot of times with Neptune energy, it's about needing to see things differently. It's about spiritual growth. It's about having been stuck for such a long time, you'll do almost anything to make a shift, to experience something different. It's about your hopes and dreams and finding a way to realize the process that you need to follow, the state of energy, the state of clarity, the state of being that you need to be in so that you can shift everything. Because, thoughts and words, those all become things through the process of alchemy. Okay, so it's really important that the things we think and the words we say are those of empowerment. And what I love here is after this Neptune, you've got the Queen of Wands. This is amazing energy about self-confidence, about an understanding, a knowing of what's next, how to move forward. Maybe you don't have all the things figured out. Maybe all the moving pieces haven't been assigned to where they need to go so that the outcome is the Three of Cups yet. But you know that you have done enough to realize that the way things were wasn't working for you anymore, and there has to be some kind of change. Maybe it's a physical movement. Maybe it's a movement in the way you feel about yourself. Maybe it's a movement in the way you think about things. Okay, but what's at the end of your spread here is the Sun, beautiful Leo energy. So you have a lot of fire energy coming in, saying you have the energy coming to you, within you, around you, okay, with these eclipses that are coming through. Eclipses last upwards of 6 months. They bring a lot of change. Sometimes we have to go through a lot of discomfort and unveiling of the shadow and see it for what it really is, right? Our past or our current problems or our current circumstances that are precluding us from moving into this energy. But this is energy saying, no, this is where you're going, okay? Fire energy is about Mars. Mars says take action. Mars says it's time to make a change. Mars says you need to embody a little bit of that masculine energy and make it happen. So, you might be Aries because Aries is ruled by Mars. You've got Leo coming through here. And, Aries is all about you yourself. How are you going to show up? How do you want to show people who you are? The Sun is about who you are at your core, your identity, how you identify yourself. Powerful, strong, abundant, creative, or stuck, can't get anywhere, can't go anywhere, never going to change. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. What else do we have for group 3? Okay, so we have last quarter stuck here. Last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. So this is, Virgo is about doing, right? It's an earth sign. It's about getting the details done. So if it's a job you need to change, get your resume, your CV ready. Start to network with people. If it's something kind of a little side business or a side hustle that you want to create, get going on that. Yeah, you might have to work on it on the weekends. You might have to work on it at night while you're doing something else, but attend to those details. If you're trying to get out of a situation where you're being controlled by someone, okay, start to see different options for ways you can slowly get yourself ready to shift out of that, because that's a big change for a lot of us. So, empowering ourselves, do a little bit of self-care, do a little bit of inner work so that you start to feel strong. Okay, you start to feel secure and confident in yourself so that you trust yourself to move on to this amazing new energy. These are stuck. And then full moon in Pisces, forgive. Okay, so beautiful Piscean energy coming through here about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness, this is so hard for so many of us because we latch on and hold on to those things that have hurt us because they're deep. They cut deep to the core, right? But if we can forgive, we can free ourselves to go on to something bigger and better. We can free ourselves from the stuck emotions. We can free ourselves from the things that don't turn out, where we're always wondering, why didn't they pick me? Why didn't they want me? Why wasn't I good enough? Why didn't I get that? Why didn't I win on that situation? Okay. So there's a lot of releasing that goes along with forgiveness, but it's really, for our highest and greatest good. It's not about doing anything for the person who created the trauma, the wound. Okay. Pisces, you have a lot of sympathy. You're very sensitive. You can use your beautiful imagination and tap into the, Jupiter and Neptune, which is the planet that rules you, because with spiritual growth and healing comes dreams that you've never even thought of as possibilities, okay? So that's part of that attending to the detail. Angel, spirits, and guides. What else for group 3? Yeah, we just talked about that. Having confidence, believing in yourself, having confidence, trusting that you can get out of this energy, trusting that the universe is helping you with attending to the details and forgiving. A lot of that is that change that you're going to kind of embody and take on, so that you can see yourself as the Queen of Wands and embody the sun energy. Okay, it's going to give you a lot of peace. It's going to provide healing. It's going to let you, close out the past, right? With that forgiveness. It doesn't matter what it is that you're working towards. It's just something that you need to focus on very intently right now to free you from this energy. And you can do that, and you will do that, angel, spirits, and guides, because this is powerful energy. And this says the change is happening for you. This is not, it won't happen. This is, it's happening for you, okay? Avo Noir, group 1 got this too. Ones are about new beginnings. Ones are about connecting and embodying and trusting and believing in the self. Make peace with your past, okay? Again, forgive. Have confidence that the past is over. This part, okay? I've shown this card so many times to people. You can see here deep inside, this is a horse. Horses represent freedom. It's in the solar plexus for a reason. That's where we feel stuck. That's where we feel trapped. That's where we don't feel empowered, okay? Breaking free from the chains and being free. That's what horses are all about. Be patient. This is the hardest thing for so many of us. Patience is never easy, okay? When we need a change, when we want a change, when we're intent on having a change, some of us give ourselves timelines. We need to do this by such and such a time. We need to create this new situation. We need to be over this. We need to move on to something else. We need to have A, B, and C done. Okay, sometimes we need to be a little bit more patient with ourselves. If we need additional healing, we need to take the time for that. If we need additional time to see things and plan it out and attend to the details so we can feel confident in all that we can create and all the abundance we can receive, then we need to do that. So thinking things through can be really helpful to some of you who feel uncertain, unsure, and not very confident, okay? And then surrender your fear of change and look another horse. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat this affirmation: I have faith that all is well. So that is a lot about our perspective, and then embodying that fire energy, because fire energy is energy that moves forward because there's confidence there, moves forward because the details have been dealt with, moves forward because they trust that something new is coming into their lives, right? So we have 10 here, 1 here, so that's 11. So that's about moving forward onto something new, something better, focusing on something like, like the North Star in the sky, and saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to go. This is how I'm going to do it. These are the things I'm going to work on. And then you have Ruby, shine. So I love that because it reminds me of Leo energy. Leos are very vibrant, beautiful energy, right? Like to be seen, like to see beautiful things. It's an energy of really feeling confident in yourself and showing everyone, including yourself, when you look in the mirror, right, all that you're capable of and all that you can create in your life to make you happy and feel good and feel like you're moving into a space where you're kind of that magical manifester that is the Queen of Wands. You know, she is a doer. She believes in herself. She's very self-empowered. She's very confident. She doesn't need anyone else to give her permission or to tell her that it's okay or to tell her how to do it, right? She really embodies that beautiful energy herself. All right, let's see what you have here. Group 3, Wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. Perfect card. 5s are about overcoming. 5s are about leaving the challenges behind, right? This leaving it behind. And I said you are already having changes here with these eclipses and the Hangman to move into this empowered energy, having mental clarity, taking the time to deal with the details to feel confident about what's next for you. The past is in the past. It's your time to come out and shine, okay? This Queen of Wands should be your like focus point, okay? This is you trusting that you can embody this energy. This is very strong energy. Court cards always represent energy that you can embody, that you can adapt to or adopt, or people in your life that are going to be around you to help you with this kind of energy. Okay, so that's what those court cards always mean. Okay, and this is, of course, just like the Magician, right? Having all within us, if we can move away from the past and the doubt and the things that have kept us from feeling like we're ready for something better and we deserve it and it's our time, you know, we can really kind of move into this. I know that I can do this. I have it within me. I can work on this, put all the details together, and know that something amazing is going to happen. Stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. So that's this Hangman. And creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. Yes. Beautiful. I love that. All right, so group 3, this is a yes. You have a lot of energy around you. This is in motion right now. It's leaving, okay? So you need to trust that and you need to believe in that for yourself, because so much of this is about what's coming, what's new, what's going to be different, okay? So positive yes for you. If something resonated or some aspect, please like and subscribe. I give away a free reading every month. I randomly choose a name. If you're interested in receiving that, they're 45 to 60 minutes long. Please hit like and subscribe, and in the comments section write I enter, and I'll know you're interested. As you go forward, I wish you peace and happiness. Namaste. Hi, group 4. This is your choice. This is your amethyst. All right, so we'll put that off to the side with your oracle for towards the end. We're going to start with tarot. I take what flips out. Everything's pre-shuffled, and only take what resonates, okay? It's just a general read. 7 of Swords, Hermit, Virgo energy, 2 of Wands. Okay, and what else do we have? The Star card. Let's get one more for you. Group 4, Angel, Spirits, and Guides. 9 of Cups. Okay. Okay, so I love to look at the flow, the path, the spread as far as the trajectory goes, okay? And this one is one that shows the story of there's been something, someone, some situation that has caused a lot of damage, either in your psyche or your self-worth, or there's an idea that is blocking the path in which you need to go on, or things that have been done to you have kind of stolen your sense of pride, purpose, and ability is what I'm hearing, okay? So this is energy about needing to alchemize this toxic, limiting, kind of nasty energy. And then it's followed by the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Virgo is energy that is about like being of service. So some of you are actually going to change your career or your study or the area of focus that you had for your long-term goals. Okay, some of you are really doing a lot of analysis about what do I need to do for myself to get myself out of that old pattern and that old energy. Some of you are really taking some time to go within so you can kind of discriminate and be illuminated and get a greater understanding of, yeah, this is what I need to be doing. This is what's important for me. Okay, so it can have something to do with your health, right? Because maybe emotionally and mentally you've just been really affected in a negative way from this. It might have to do with your sense of usefulness. Some of you don't feel, very useful or very good about yourself because this is very damaging energy here. All right. And this is what I love. After spending a bit of solitude, right? That doesn't mean you have to be isolated and alone and don't speak to anybody. But after spending that kind of quiet time a little bit every day, you start to create a plan. Where am I going to go next? I'm going to open gates that have been unopened to me. I'm going to step through areas I've not stepped through before. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to trust my plan. I'm going to change it and tweak it along the way so that I can get on the right path for something so much better. And what is that so much better? The Nine of Cups. This amazing situation where you have finally reached the space in life where you feel happy and confident and successful. And success can be a money and a job thing. It can be, I finally found the love I want, because cups is about emotion, right? So this is beautiful energy about, look at how happy he is and at peace and relieved, right? And why? Because along the way in making this path, you move through this star energy, Aquarian energy, about the things that have happened to me. There was a reason, and while they were incredibly painful at the time or difficult, it has made me grow and expand where I see things differently. I'm not affected as badly or as significantly by things that are done. I'm believing and loving myself a little bit more every day, because this is healing energy, and she's adding water to the pool of consciousness. As our pool of consciousness grows, as our consciousness elevates, as it grows, as it expands, we are able to see things and deal with things in a much easier way in this 3D world where it's not so painful. That doesn't mean that you won't be hurt anymore or anything like that, but you can kind of master through that energy. And this is a timeless read, but we are moving into eclipse season. We're entering Scorpio season. And this is about following your passions. This is about, unearthing and kind of unveiling the lies and the untruths in your life, in your relationships, in the way you see things, and moving into this amazing energy of the Nine of Cups, right? Where we're like, oh, finally, wasn't sure I was going to make it, or it was so hard for me to get her, or the healing took a long time, but they're showing me the Ten of Wands. Like, some of you have been through an awful lot. That's so common right now too. The last several years, the last couple of decades, the energy's been dense. We've all been through a lot. Some of you from the time you were really small. Some of you in a relationship that was really toxic. Okay, some of you, someone stole from you, someone you trusted. Okay, let's see what else we have here. And then last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. So Aries energy coming through here, working through your feelings so that you can see yourself differently, right? Because that's what Aries is about, like your approach to life, how you identify yourself. So seeing yourself differently and then taking action on that, because this is Mars energy about, okay, I'm going to work through my feelings. That's part of this hermit, making the plan, healing and finding the blessings in all the things that have transpired in my life. Because when I hit this point, this is where I can look back. And sometimes we can't look back until we're closer to this Knight of Cups energy. Oh, I understand why I had to experience that. I understand why that person was in my life. I understand, not that you are thrilled about it or you welcomed it, but you understand, okay? There's a sense of, okay, I get it. There was a divine purpose for it. All right, angel spirits and guides. What else do we have for group 4? Love. Yeah. So this is beautiful energy of love. Not only love entering your life, but this is so much about loving yourself after any kind of negative energy, negative experiences, negative outcomes. This is about, we talked about Aries energy is your approach to life, how you want to show up, your identity. Well, when you love yourself, when you make a plan to move forward in ways that are empowering based on how you've healed and expanded and grown, because that's what this is all about in life. You can love yourself, and then there's so many things that are emotionally fulfilling in your life because you feel better about you. So when you feel better about you, you make different choices, and those choices have better consequences, and they have better outcomes, and they make you feel better about, this last thing. And then you make a plan for the next thing, and you grow upon that, and you have a sense of self-love and acceptance for yourself, and you find happiness and joy along the way. And then you have flashover, number 11, it's all in your head. Sometimes some of the greatest difficulties that we deal with are the ones that we just play over and over and over in our head. Not that they weren't real, but that we just can't let them go. Okay, so it might be some of this toxic energy here. So we really need to kind of get out of our head. That's why the Hermit's here, and make a plan to move forward where I'm going to love myself. If no one else can love me, I don't care. I can love myself. I can find other ways to love. I don't need someone else to tell me that they love me to make me realize that I'm worthy of a beautiful life, of happiness, of this 9 of Cups, of experiencing things that are really amazing in life. And it's amazing when we kind of let go of that. I need to have this other person do this for me. Suddenly a person will come into your life. Okay, maybe it's an amazing friend. Maybe it's an amazing love. Maybe it's somebody that you've had many lifetimes with, okay? But that love for self changes your disposition. It changes your energy. It changes your vibes. You have rejuvenate. Yeah, so a little bit of rejuvenation is necessary when we go through this 7 of Swords. That's a little bit about what this Hermit energy is about. So when we take the time to quiet the mind, we can kind of find that place of peace, right? That's where we get intuitive hits. That's where we have dreams that start to make sense. That's where we encounter people and situations and circumstances, and you're like, oh, that's a weird coincidence, or wow, I never thought I would experience that or have that opportunity or meet that kind of person. So a lot of change for you is what I'm seeing. A lot of change. All right, what do we have for group 4, please? Angel spirits and guides. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Yeah, the looking back is what keeps us from going forward. The looking back keeps us from this 9 of Cups. The looking back keeps us from all this healing that you get, right, with this Hermit and even this star energy. And then the other card you have is surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Yeah, any kind of energy that keeps us replaying that over and over and over in our head creates resentment. It creates anger. It's energy that's pretty dense. It doesn't let us move into things that are higher expressions of happiness and love and joy and peace and abundance. Okay, so this is energy that really keeps us ungrounded. You can see all the red here, and then this umbrella is flying through the air. When we're not grounded, we really can't achieve much in life as far as happiness or success or health or anything, right? It's that important to be grounded. All right, angel spirits and guides. What else do we have for group 4, please? Look at that. Herkimer diamond, dreams. Yeah, this is going to allow you to step into your dreams, surrender to success, the world of possibilities, dreams, leap into an exciting new world. 9 of Cups, okay? Work through your feelings, work through this energy here, but look at all this beautiful energy here that keeps you moving towards your dreams. Bottom of the deck, life purpose. So some of you, you're going to get a sense of what is my purpose in life. That can be anything. It's whatever gives you joy. It's whatever you thrive in. That's your purpose. Is it to be a parent? Is it to be a spouse? Is it to be a mentor, a teacher, a doctor, an artist, a therapist, anything. Anything that's of service if you love it, okay? Meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. Well, you have the Hermit here, so that always indicates meditation. If you can meditate, it's the greatest way to find peace and clarity. All right, angel, spirits, guides, what else? And vision. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. That's beautiful. All right, and then your oracle is up from the depths, releasing difficulty. Look at that. She's climbing into the light, okay? Look at that. Climbing out of this energy, leaving that's kind of swirling around in her head. The Hermit's here. So beautiful energy about moving, climbing the steps to this Nine of Cups. So this is definitely a yes. This is beautiful energy for you. Trust yourself and believe in yourself in this process, okay? You have a lot of great energy around you. If there's something that you liked, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. They're about 45 to 60 minutes long. If you're interested, please hit like and subscribe. And in the comment section, write I enter. As you go forward, I wish you much peace and happiness. Namaste. Hi, Group 5. This is your choice. This is green fluorite. You can see the cube formations here. Love that. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. This is your oracle. We'll read that at the end. So I take what flips out. This is a general read, so just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, just let it move right through you. Queen of Swords. Nine of Cups. Three of Swords. Ten of Swords. The World. A lot of sword energy here. Okay, so air energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We've got Nine of Cups energy, so emotions, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The World, major arcana. Major arcana about having gone through it, right? It's the last card in the major arcana. And in tradition, this reminds me of the third eye, right? Having a sense of understanding and inner knowing after having been through so much. You've got all the fixed signs all around you showing that you've been through trials and tribulations with regard to like the material world. This is Taurus, about your identity, who you are, the core of who you are. This is Leo. Okay. Then you've got, there's an Aquarius here about dealing with the things that have come to you and understanding, are they part of your passion, what you love, what you need, or is it part of the shadow that needs to be dispelled? And then Aquarian energy, I love Aquarian energy because Aquarian energy is about originality. It's about rebellion. It's about humanity. Okay, so kind of experiencing everything and having a real kind of shift in the way you see things. And why? Because you've got some hard energy here. Okay, so the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Three of Swords is usually a situation where you've been betrayed. So it can be you've been cheated on. It can be you've just been betrayed by someone. They could have stolen from you. They could have left you hung out to dry. They could have deceived you. Okay, they could have led you on one path and then did full circle and took your feet right out from underneath you. And you're angry about it, and you're hurt by it, and you're mad that it happened, and you're frustrated with how could it happen and why did it happen, and you're asking yourselves a lot of why, and you're still in that little bit of anger, a little bit of resentment, because you got the Queen of Swords here, who is, I'm never going to get screwed over again. I've learned my lesson. Some of you are like, I'm never going to be in love with anybody. I'm never going to trust anybody. I'm never going to, put myself out there again. And that doesn't necessarily mean in a romantic way. It can be in any way, right? Any kind of relationship or any kind of even situation professionally, where you're just like, no, I learned my lesson. So it's logic. I'm just going to be very logical. I'm going to be in my mind because that's safe. I'm going to be in my mind because I've learned through all the things I've been through. Okay. And then you have this 9 of Cups here, which is deep within you. If you were to close the lights on everything on the conscious level and go deep within the subconscious, okay? And that's kind of why they told me, turn the card this way. It's your third eye, right? It's your intuition. It's your higher self. What you really want is something that's emotionally fulfilling, that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, that's going to bring you a lot of joy, that's going to bring you a lot of release and comfort and peace and a feeling of abundance, so that you don't have to feel pain anymore. Okay, but when we've been through things that have been difficult and that have been painful, okay, we guard ourselves by kind of putting up a subconscious block, like, I'm not going to be vulnerable again. I'm not going to let people in again. I've learned my lesson. Okay, so this is kind of a conflict. It's like an inner conflict. I'm not going to get screwed over again. But Spirit is saying, you know what? There is going to be something that comes into your life that's going to bring you a lot of happiness and is going to kind of soften a little bit around the heart. And it's going to heal a little bit around the heart. And it's going to bring in a little bit of slowly, because you're going to be in this energy for a while, slowly bring in energy where you start to open up again. Because there's going to be something amazing for you that you haven't seen. Because in the original tarot, this figure, she's in the victory wreath, right? Having gone through everything in the major arcana, she still comes out victorious. Okay, what do we have for group 5, please? Angel, spirits, and guides. See the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, fire energy, saying it's time to see things differently. It's time to, yes, you can have the discernment and the wisdom of the Queen of Swords, but you have to look at the big picture. Okay, so we need to see things as they are, involving our heart, involving our emotions, a little bit of trust again, a little bit of faith, a little bit of knowing that, yeah, there's a lot of things that have been difficult, but you have learned a lot. And with that learning comes wisdom, right? Knowledge and wisdom. And wisdom and knowledge, along with an open heart, can produce amazing things. And then you have new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. So Capricorn's all about the 10th house. It's about your long-term goals, your career, your aspirations, your public image. It's about dealing with masculine energy. So this is asking you to kind of step up and take the lead on some things. Don't be the bystander. Don't be the passenger. Take control of your life. See the bigger picture. What do you need? What do you want? You've learned through this experience. And then put things in place. Change your position on relationships or people in general. Some people are like, I don't even like people. That's why I like animals. Or, I never want to be in a relationship ever again. I just want to be by myself. Well, that's fine. Then work on opening yourself up and healing and being open to things that are unknown, and step up into something else that creates a different long-term situation for yourself. And then you have commitment, and that's about making a commitment to yourself to overcome this energy, this really heavy energy, right? Because what will happen, bottom of the deck, is you will be free from this dark kind of energy that's got you stuck in the things that have happened. It's so common. When you have been through some things, it's really hard to let that go. And we can say, I'm great, I'm doing great, I'm thriving, I'm doing great. But then when we're alone, we struggle, or we start to have physical manifestations and they can't figure out why. And it's because really we have unaddressed emotions and things that are kind of stuck up in our head that we need to make the commitment to let go so we can be free. Resilience, burn away the past, boom. I mean, you just can't make it up, right? The past is keeping us stuck. The past keeps us from experiencing a lot of beautiful things. You know, there's people that say, I've loved once, I never need to love again. Or I've learned I'm not going to try that. No one believes in me. I've tried to get this off the ground. It doesn't happen. Well, we need to see the bigger picture. We need to heal those things that are trapped from when we were little. The teacher who told us we weren't smart enough, or the parent that told us we didn't do this right, or the friends who kind of abandoned us when somebody else came around. Okay, we need to trust in ourselves and believe that we all have a different abilities to change our life and our outcome. We're the most amazing, powerful manifestors when we believe in ourselves. Choose friends wisely. You have a lot of sword energy here. Negative sword energy. Friends, relationships. Sometimes people are the kind of people who others choose you. You might not believe that is the case, but sometimes you're in relationships or business partnerships or situations where you partner up with somebody because they're convincing. They engage you. They convince you that it's something you should do. Would you have naturally been drawn to that person, to that opportunity, to that partnership? Maybe not. So maybe we need to choose friends wisely. Then you have reassess. Yeah, there it is. And tune out distractions. Because when we tune out our distractions, that's when we can make a commitment to ourselves into building something really beautiful, where we experience this Nine of Cups energy. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accept it exactly as it will bring you peace. Okay, so if there's a situation we're in that's difficult, that doesn't mean we stay there and we get stuck there. We say, all right, this is the reality of right now, but I can make peace with it didn't work out the way I wanted it, or it didn't turn out the way I wanted it, I didn't have the person I wanted, I didn't get the outcome I needed, and I can make peace with that, and that's okay. But I'm going to see the bigger picture. I'm going to step up and lead. I'm going to reassess. I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to take what I've learned, tune out the distractions, and move into my Nine of Cups. Okay, that doesn't mean you just sit there and take the junk that life gives you. Okay, relaxations. When we are up in our heads all the time with all this sword energy, okay, it keeps us very tense. We can't really see what's best for us. We can't see our inner sight, what we need. Okay, we can't find a way out. So it's important just to that's that quieting the mind a little bit, relax a little bit. Then we talked about things that have happened or impact subconsciously that have affected your inner child. A lot of us need to heal that inner child. A lot of us need to do that work. It's not easy. We do it because we have to. We do it because we want to. We do it because we want to be freed of, those things that we were conditioned to believe. They're showing me the devil. So the devil in tarot, it's about, a lot of not pleasant things, but more than anything, it's about the conditioning that we've experienced, where we believe this is all that we can have, or this is all that we can get, or this is as good as it gets for us, or I'm too young to try that, or I'm too old to try that. Okay? We need to free ourselves from the limitations that were put on us as an inner child. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. That's amazing. And then free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without condition. Boy, do I love that card. All right, let's see what else we have for you. 5. Thought vibrations. Resonant choices. Signature signals. Amazing. So this has so much sword energy. The thinking mind, the thoughts. Thought vibrations. This is so important. This is when we get caught up in our mind, when we get caught up mentating, which is repeating conversations in our head or situations where the other person's not even there, where the person has no interest in communicating why things happen the way they did, why you didn't get chosen, why you didn't win something, whatever that is. That gets us so stuck in that constant energy, and it's just over and over, and it's the same vibration, and it creates additional challenges. 23 reduces to 5. Okay, so we need to make the choice to have our thoughts, which are creating vibration, okay, because it can change everything. When our thoughts are that of expansion, of growth, of stepping up, of leaving the past behind, of freedom, of transcending, of moving through with love and without judgment, making commitment to ourselves, we move into this beautiful Nine of Cups energy, okay? So our thoughts really do create our reality. It's such an important thing to remember, okay? So if you can catch yourself in positive thoughts and reinforce how great that is that you're doing that and that you're spending time on that, that will create subconsciously a habit of you doing even more of that, okay? All right, so right now this is a no for you, group 5. There is a way to shift out of that based on what we talked about, but for sure there's going to need to be a shift in moving more into the heart, to feel into things a little bit more, to free yourself from too much mental energy, okay, too much in the mind. All right, so if some aspect makes sense or resonated, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. They're about an hour long. If you're interested, please hit like and subscribe, and in the comments section write I enter. As you go forward, I wish you lots of peace and love. Namaste. Hey group 6, this is your choice. This is the gray banded agate slice. All right, so we will put that off to the side along with your oracle. Okay, we're going to start with tarot as we always do. We take only that which flips out, and it's just a general read, so just take what resonates. Okay, so got the King of Cups, Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands, Hierophant. Wow, that one like did a double Sauco. 3 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, so when we see court cards like this, we've got the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. When we see court cards like this, it represents you kind of taking this energy on, or you encountering this kind of energy in your life, okay? So the Knight of Cups is about something that's going to come into your life that is going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of love. So it can be love in a relationship. It can just be a sense of love for something that's important to you, something that makes you feel even love herself, okay? And this Queen of Swords this is someone who is gonna be a little bit up in their head, right? Use a lot of logic and wisdom. It's Libra energy. It's about something that in the past was out of balance. There was some hurt involved. I mean, she is the widow of the tarot. And she kind of is more of a thinker, right, than a feeler. So this is going to be a nice balance for you about opening up that heart space, but using that brilliant mind, because there's going to be a big change that's going to bring you an amazing positive outcome. But this energy in the middle is what has to be overcome. And these two energies here of the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups is going to help you overcome this energy of the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands can be someone who's kind of had to put on a brave face and be the warrior, right? Be the strong one. Be the one who's always saying everything's going to be okay, or we'll figure it out, or I'm just going to keep at it, or you have to constantly reinvent yourself, or you have to constantly prove yourself, right? So this is energy that after time, no matter how strong you are, it's like a burden. It wears you out. It's exhausting. It's draining, okay? And it starts to impact and affect the way you see the possibilities and the potential for your life. But here what we have is this strong energy of the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy about you kind of finding that last thread of strength, that last bit of faith, that last bit of trust, and just pulling that deep within to the heart space, adding the wisdom and knowledge that you have from this, and really moving into this different phase in your life that's going to be not anything that you could have really planned for, but things that have just kind of come into place based on circumstances and the things that you've gone through, okay? Because here we have this Three of Cups, which is really positive energy about having to look back on things, and while the journey might have not have been easy, the faith and the work that you put into yourself has really turned out to bring you a lot of faith, okay? A lot of abundance. They're showing me the Empress here, which is overcoming, harvesting, growing, seeding more plants, receiving more, building upon that, okay? A lot of just abundance in so many different ways in your life. So this energy shows you that if you feel like you've been here, the practical, right, the thing that I said you embody or that you encounter, along with this energy is going to bring you way out of that and move you into what they were showing me, which is the Empress energy, okay? So that's a really nice move and shift in the way life is going to kind of appear for you. So this is the start of eclipse season. This is a timeless read, but eclipses, that energy lasts for a long time, 6 months or so, okay? It's energy that it will show you the things that are doing this to you that you need to deal with in that shadow aspect, in that this is not something you can continue on with, right? This isn't definitely not for your highest and greatest good. So the universe, if you don't learn from this, they throw the tower at you. And so the eclipses will show you the things you need to really see, the way you see yourself, the way you see the people around you, the way you interact with people, the way they treat you, the way your life has kind of transpired for the last, decades. Okay, so a lot of aha moments is what I just heard for you. Look at that. Look what just flips out. New moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. So beautiful Pisces energy. Pisces are very empathetic and sympathetic, beautiful, emotional people. Sometimes Pisces kind of gets stomped on, okay? They don't always have the greatest boundaries. So it's going to be really important for you to connect with your higher self and make sure that you are in tune with the things that are right for you and not always bending over for that other person, okay? So it's no mistake that, you've got this Nine of Wands here and Pisces comes through. Now, the thing that I love is that Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. There's always spiritual growth with that, right? So with this eclipse, you'll further move into additional spiritual growth, whether you're Pisces or not, group 6, okay? All right, let's see, what else do we have? Angel, spirits, and guides. Yeah, compassion. I think this time it's about compassion for yourself, okay? It's time for you to take care of you. It's time for you to support you. It's time for you to be around people who do the same for you, okay? You can't, so they're showing me the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles in tarot it's the giving and receiving card, but is there a balance? Are you always the giver or are you always the receiver? We're supposed to play both roles. There has to be an equal balance, right? So that's what they're showing me. So more compassion for yourself, definitely for you. And then trusting this new energy, this new process, that when we shift out of always being the one that's giving or always being the one that's fixing or always being the one to put things back together into someone who, it's okay for us to receive. It's okay for us to expect better things for us. It's okay to say, I'm going to focus on me for a while and I'm going to make a commitment to make myself feel grounded and happy and at peace, okay? It's not selfish to do that, okay? It's actually, if you want to be the amazing giver that you are, you can do that in a better way when you've heard that phrase, when your cup is full, you can give more. But right now you need to take care of yourself and have compassion for yourself and trust the divine, because they're going to give you signs and symbols on how you move forward. And I said, Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, which often is a lot about spiritual growth, okay, spiritual development. Oh, look at that. Fergan, becoming a loving mirror. Number 10. Yeah. So I love this card because, one, it's about ending the cycle of the Nine of Wands and starting something new, something to celebrate, okay? And then becoming a loving mirror. What you see reflected back at you is so important. And it's beyond how do you look, what clothes are you wearing. It's like, do you love what's inside? Does that person inside feel energetic and strong? Or do they feel tired and they just want to crawl into the covers, okay? Do you feel empowered and connected to the divine, so you know that you can trust your next steps and that they're going to bring you something really positive and something to celebrate, okay? You've got a lot about emotions here. So yeah, it can be about a relationship, absolutely, but it can also be about just you feeling good about yourself, you having some self-love as well. And then we open ourselves up to have amazing love from others, right? If we don't feel good about ourselves, if we don't see ourselves in a good way, then the energy that we throw out there brings people forward into our life that are like that too. And then you have rejuvenate. This has been a theme for a while now. It's about kind of refocusing our efforts on healing and letting go of some of those things. So, as we enter this reading, it's Scorpio season. It's a lot about, kind of looking underneath the hood, if you will, a little bit to see, what do we feel? What do we need? What are we missing? Where do we need to make changes so that we can thrive? Okay. There's succeeding in the material world, but to thrive, we have to find a lot of peace and a lot of connection and a lot of fulfillment from the different interactions that we have, okay? And then take the lead. Yeah, you got to take the lead yourself. Someone else isn't going to do this for you. And then love yourself. We talked about that. That's so important. Oh my gosh, trust the divine plan, and you have attuned to the divine. And then you have the Hierophant here. So yeah, this is spirit coming in and saying this is really important for you, and you are gonna have this spiritual growth and expansion beyond where you are already, because that's a never-ending job, never-ending process, and it's going to be amazing. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from your past. Then you can own your power and soar into life. Beautiful, empowering card. Amazing. The heart and the mind working cohesively in coherence. Wholeness and balance. I love that. All right, angels, spirits, and guides. What else do we have for group 6, please? Boji stones. Balance. Yeah. So balance is something we hear all the time. When we're not balanced, when we're up in our heads and not connected to the heart, we can't find the true path that we're supposed to be on, okay? When we're not balanced, we don't see things the way we're supposed to see them. Our perspective is skewed. When we're not balanced, we don't even know what we really want. We're just reacting to what's coming at us in life. So for us to be able to take the lead and rejuvenate ourselves and make that commitment to ourselves to something amazing, we really do have to kind of restore some balance and equilibrium. And I did tell you they were showing me the Empress before, which, that's all about balance and equilibrium. And of course, ruled by Venus. Venus is all about, love and the desire to possess beautiful experiences and beautiful things and a beautiful life. Okay. Ascension, your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You're ready for this. So I mentioned there would be spiritual growth, even more than, what you've expanded into at this point. Never ending. And then reflection, see all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. And here's your mirror. That's amazing. And that's amazing synchronicity. All right, let's see what your final card says. Currents of emotion, uncontrolled feelings. Wow. Okay, so I did say that much of this is the conflict of mind and emotions, right? And kind of marrying and finding coherence with the mind and the heart. That's where we restore balance. So 34 is about alchemy, currents of emotions. The emotions of the past that have caused you to kind of step into this Queen of Swords, logic, more discerning, more focused on linear thinking, let's say that, versus the Knight of Cups, opening up your heart, right? Feel into what feels good. So you're going to make that commitment to balance those out through balancing the feelings and emotions you've had about yourself and about situations, healing, and then seeing you for who you really are. So this is you kind of transmuting those feelings and emotions that have been bottled up inside you for a long time and finding calmer waters. Like, look at this card. This card is like beautiful, calm waters, right? Attuning to the divine. Okay. All right. So I think this card spread shows a beautiful movement and trajectory towards this new energy that's coming towards you. And that's going to last, probably for the next 6 months or so. So this is a yes for you, Group 6. If there's something that resonates or makes sense, please like and subscribe. Every month I give away a free reading. They're about 45 to 60 minutes. If you're interested, please hit like and subscribe. And in the comments section, write I enter. As you go forward, I wish you much joy and a lot of peace. Namaste.